appreciate it. And thank you, Kelsey, and everybody at NACIS for inviting us to this. This is exciting. So, Jason, you can flip to the next screen. Well, actually, I should have introduced you first, so I'm sorry. As you mentioned, I'm Stephanie Benedetto, and here with me is Jason DeStratis. He is our Director of Product Management, Parcel and Locker Innovation here at Pitney Bowes. So we're excited to share some pretty significant insights and innovations that we've built and partnered with organizations along the way. But before I pass this over to Jason, I wanted to touch on two slides. The first one is, about Pitney Bowes, and I'm sure most of you know who Pitney Bowes is. We're a global technology company, and we were founded by two gentlemen, Arthur Pitney and Walter Bowes, back in 1920. So if you do the math, it is our 100th anniversary this year. We marked the day in April, and so we are excited and thrilled to be part of this growing organization that started off with the mail machine, mail meter, franking machine, and all the way up to on-demand postage, office shipping labels, and our beloved intelligent lockers, and receiving solution capabilities. So needless to say, the organization has grown throughout the 100-year history, and we are looking forward to 100 more years. Great, thank you. Next slide. So why can't I see everything here? Okay, perfect. So I wanted to kind of talk to you about a few things here that's on the screen. Back in March, we all, dealt with the COVID situation, and campuses especially were hit hard. Schools were, telling all of their students to not return from the news that we heard and all the, everything that was published and all the publications that we read. Kids were asked not to come back from spring break, and before we knew it, we were all in lockdown, right? So that was a horrible time, but hopefully we're coming through it. So, Pitney Bowes, one of our main markets are higher ed. As you know, we partner with E&I, actually, who's here today as well. And we wanted to get a better insight of what was important to you guys, everybody here on the call, colleges and universities, that you were being challenged with, right? So according to the research that we conducted back in May, we found that most colleges and universities were challenged with mailing, shipping, and receiving operations, and you'll be looking to make some adjustments on your campus within the next 12 months. So these statistics are directly from our research. We sampled or we spoke with 110 colleges and universities, so it's very directional in nature, but we want to get a sense for where your challenges were and where we can help offer solutions and help you through it. So here we have 62% were in the mailing, shipping, and software solutions that can be deployed across campuses. So what this is saying, these statistics are really about the investment timeline, right? So within the next 12 months, colleges and universities directionally are saying they'd like to invest in these different solutions. So 64% in receiving, down here at the bottom, software curbside pickup for packages and mail. And interesting, too, is the intelligent lockers for contactless pickup, which was 57%. Okay, and then over to the right, digitizing mail and shipping, which is 72%. No, digitizing mail means to, scan in like invoices, what have you, and be able to email it, things of that nature. But we were pleasantly surprised with all of these statistics. Since COVID hit and everybody was scrambling, and Pitney Bowes is, doing our best to pivot and support our clients, higher ed being one of our largest verticals that we work with. And we are pleasantly surprised that all of these issues, well, they're issues, not surprised with the issues, but we're here to help you through these challenges, okay? So today we're going to be talking about the intelligent lockers, and I'm going to pass that on over to Jason. Thanks, Jason.
Thank you, Stephanie, and thank you as well to William and Kelsey for putting this together. We appreciate the forum. I really missed the in-person forum as well. I met a lot of you in Phoenix last year. Wish we could get together this year, but instead I'm coming to you live from my basement, the only room I'm allowed to decorate. Frankly, my office and the other rooms are taken up by my wife and kids now, which is how we're adjusting. And I know all of you are as well. We want to spend some time the next few minutes talking about our intelligent locker products. And I just wanted to start right away by saying, the power of the Pitney Bowes solution is the fully integrated solution, from reserving the package when it arrives from the carrier all the way to the point where a student or faculty has picked it up. And of course, also we have these products made here in the US, and it's going to provide you with a contactless 24/7 pickup option. All right, here we go. Now, as Stephanie said, we're familiar with the challenges that colleges and universities are facing, and they're unique, right? And that's why it's important for us to, we want to communicate that to you. We understand that there are impacts from this past year that will impact your enrollment. And hopefully things will bounce back, but we understand that what you're going through right now. And we understand too that there are concerns between students and their parents about long lines at pickup centers and pickup points. These are just a couple of the challenges that we're dealing with. The good news is we're dealing with these with our partner universities right now, and we're excited to be working with these. We're working with quite a few more as well. But this is important for us as we continue to partner with universities, that we understand the real life circumstances that colleges and universities are dealing with, and we're providing solutions with intelligent lockers. Now, if you haven't taken a hard look at your mail center and you still have some old mailboxes, letter mailboxes from a long time ago in your facilities, you're probably aware that times are changing, and these no longer really fit the use case of the students and the faculty and what they are coming to pick up from your mail center, right? So that's no secret. And we've been a part of several transformations of these types of old locker systems to intelligent locker systems. And of course, we're familiar with insufficient space issues, especially at the beginning of a semester. We're familiar with having your resources stretched or stressed trying to deal with all of that, and especially now with additional health concerns. And we're already familiar with crowded pickup lines, but now, even more importantly, how do you handle those? How do you handle redelivery attempts for faculty and staff that are increasingly not available where they used to be? There's all kinds of things that you're going through. We understand that. Why do people wait in line for these packages and parcels? Well, they're important to the recipient. They're not just getting frivolous items. Maybe they are sometimes, but there are important things like passports, legal contracts. Maybe your science department or your engineering group has a prototype or part that they're waiting for their upcoming semester or projects or whatever it may be. Sometimes it's more personal. It's a prescription or a textbook that they got a good deal on online rather than some other resource. Maybe it's just a box of cookies that they are hoping will help them get through a long night of studying, right? All kinds of reasons why this is important to the recipient. So how do you go from those overcrowded, inefficient, high-risk scenarios to the streamlined, efficient, contactless workflow that can be enabled with an intelligent locker? And like I said before, it's all about having a fully integrated sense-week tracking powering the intelligent locker. That's about the point where you receive packages and utilize the tracking assistant and the management application from the moment the parcel is received until the locker system confirms that the parcel has been delivered to your students and faculty. And when it's integrated, it can be just that simple. One great example we like to share is that the contactless workflow can be essentially handled with almost no touching of the locker, or in some cases, if you elect to, a minimal amount. And of course, as soon as a package is placed by your operators into a locker, it's at that point a notification is sent. They take that notification on their phone over to the barcode scanner, and they can essentially open a locker right there. You can capture a picture, you can capture a signature as you might have requirements to do so, but frankly, right now we're finding most folks are not requiring the signature. The photo will do. Then the locker opens, they retrieve contents, close the door, the system sends the information back, and you have a full chain of custody on that package from the moment you received it to the moment that it was picked up by the student. Pitney Bowes has done large deployments. We've done back-to-back deployments. We've done set in walls. We've done all kinds of different deployments on lockers. We want you to know that we'll listen to what your needs are, and we'll be able to provide you with solution in the space that you have. A couple of last moment items I want to mention is we can run an offline mode when you run out of, if a network error happens. We can run in battery backup if there's a short-term power outage. The components are easily replaceable. We have a remote help. And of course, if you need it, on-site services by our national footprint. Find out more at pitneybows.com/US/lockers, because we have a dedicated team to your success when it comes to intelligent lockers. And so with that, I will pause here and see if we have any questions while we were presenting. Stephanie, any questions you saw?
No questions.
Okay, well, that's good. I mean, I think the point here, just, making sure you guys are aware, when we talked about that 100 years of experience, that really matters when it comes, especially when it comes to service. And so that's an important aspect Pitney Bowes really, really proud of. And I know I certainly have enjoyed getting to know as I've been on board here at Pitney Bowes. And we've got a great team to work with you. So we're looking forward to it. We're looking forward to connecting with all of you. Please reach out and let us know about what you're struggling with, what the issues are you're dealing with, and we'll get you up and running ASAP. So William, I think that's it from us.
We actually did receive one question.
Oh, good.
So I love the excitement, Jason. So our question came from Andy Lockman. Can your lockers be used in a retail setting like a bookstore?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, ultimately, when it comes to workflows, outside of the parcel workflow, which we just described here today, it's really important for us to understand more of the details around what your inputs and outputs would be around the parcels or items going in and out of the locker system. Who is available to move those items and so forth, and what systems are already in place that the bookstore relies on around their inventory, around their point of sale, et cetera, et cetera. So I think, the simple answer is yes, but I think the reality in all of these cases is we need to understand more about your workflow and understand those systems, those inputs and outputs, before we can, sort of round out how the solution will actually work. But we've got experience in doing that, and we'd love to, have you reach out, and we'll follow up with you and find out more.